Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing with you one of my favorite recipes ever. It's my Indian style desi pasta recipe. So if you're looking for an authentic Italian pasta recipe, then this video is probably not it. But if you're looking for the most insanely delicious, creamy, flavorful Indo-Italian pasta recipe, then this is it. Like, you need to try this recipe. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. Okay, before we start, let me quickly run you through all the ingredients, and before that, I'm gonna tie my hair up. Okay, let's start. First of all, we are going to need some garlic, which is minced finely, some ginger, chopped onions, coriander, tomatoes, red bell pepper, which I have chopped roughly, and some mushrooms, and a slit green chili. Also, I have some cheddar cheese here. You can use any cheese of your choice. Some reserved pasta water and some Italian seasoning. I have already boiled and drained the pasta here. This is some fusilli, but you could use any pasta of your choice except spaghetti maybe. So first I'm adding some oil. Here I am using some peanut oil, but you could use olive oil, but I really like using peanut oil in my pasta.
Weirdo.
I know. So let's start. I'm adding almost 2 tablespoons of oil. With that, I'm also adding a bit of butter. So I'm using almost 1 tablespoon of butter. Butter adds a very nice creamy flavor. So to this mixture of oil and butter, I am adding one big tablespoon of the minced garlic which we have, and I'm adding half, so you can see it's half the tablespoon of ginger. Let it saute for a minute till the raw smell of the ginger and garlic goes away. This is a very Indian desi twist to a pasta. So trust me on the ingredients and just try it once. You won't regret it. Okay, after that I am adding my mushrooms. So these are almost about 4 to 5 mushrooms. So the reason I am adding mushrooms first is because I want the mushrooms to get almost crispy like texture without sort of any water in it. So I'm also not adding any salt to this right now, because if I add any salt to this, the mushrooms will start to leave water and kind of become soggy, which we don't want. So I'm going to caramelize and sort of get that crispy texture on the mushrooms. So you can see the mushrooms have started to get that really nice, crispy, caramelized sort of texture. We'll keep this going for half a minute and then we'll add our onions. So I'm adding almost 1 big onion, or you could add 2 small onions. Mix that in. I also want the onions to get really caramelized and sort of browned. See, we are not adding any salt to this because we don't want the water to make the mixture soggy. Keep mixing it. Okay, so we're gonna let this be for almost 2-3 minutes and we'll come back to it. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna need a bit more garlic, so I'm adding half tablespoon of garlic and a tiniest bit of ginger, like the tiniest bit ever. And we're gonna let that saute for a good 2-3 minutes till the onions are nice and browned and caramelized. Smells absolutely amazing in here. Okay, so the onions are nice and done. They have caramelized, but they're not too brown. So at this point, I'm going to add my roughly chopped tomatoes. So this is about 1 big tomato, 1.5 big tomato, and I have chopped it pretty roughly. You don't have to chop this finely because once we add salt, it's all going to disintegrate and form this really nice chunky sauce. So you don't have to chop it really fine. Okay, so once I have added the tomatoes, at this point I'm going to add a bit of salt. So I'm adding half a tablespoon of salt. Add the salt according to your preference. I'm adding a little bit because the sauce which I'm going to add already has a bit of salt, plus the cheese also is a bit salty, so I don't want to add a lot of salt in the beginning. So as you can see, once I added the salt, everything's like started to leave water and it started to become this really nice chunky sauce. So let that saute for almost 2 to 3 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, so at this point the mixture has become a really nice chunky sauce, and the oil and a bit of butter has like started to leave the sides. So at this point, wait for it, I'm adding a bit of haldi, yes, haldi, and a bit of hing and the tiniest bit of red chili powder. Just go with me on this one.
Okay.
Okay, after that's added, I am adding the slit green chili. The Indian spices give it such an amazing flavor. It's mind-blowing. So after sauteing the spices with the sauce, I'm adding the tiniest bit of marinara sauce. Almost 2 big tablespoons of it, not a lot. I am using this one by Rao's, I think. Yeah, but you could totally skip this step and add some tomato puree or any marinara sauce of your choice. You don't have to do this step, it's totally optional. This has formed into a really nice sauce. I'm adding the bell peppers at the last because I want them to retain that chunky, crispy texture in the pasta. So I'm adding them in the end. We're gonna saute it for almost a minute and then we'll add our pasta. Okay, let's add our pasta now. So I've cooked the pasta up to 90% of the way because I still want to cook it a bit in the sauce. Oh my god, smells amazing. Okay, so now to the pasta and the sauce, I'm adding a bit of milk, like 2 to 3 splashes of milk. Milk gives it a very nice creamy texture. You could also add cream if you want to, but with cream I think it makes it really heavy, so I prefer adding a bit of milk instead of cream. And last but not the least, I'm adding some of that cheddar cheese. I like cheddar cheese because it has that really nice salty taste to it, so I think it really complements the pasta and it gives me a bit of Amul cheese vibe. You can see the sauce has really started to come together. Add on ingredients as you go. You don't have to like follow this exact recipe. You can twist it according to your preference. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more milk. and some more cheese. I'm also adding a bit of coriander instead of parsley to give it that Indian flavor. Mix that really well. And we're going to close the lid and let it cook for almost 5 minutes because the pasta was not cooked all the way through and I want to let it cook fully and then we'll plate it up. Okay, I just remembered before we close the lid, I'm going to add a bit of that reserved pasta water so that the pasta doesn't dry out. Okay, then we'll let it cook for 5 minutes on a very low flame. Okay, I also want to make a bit of garlic bread to go with that pasta. So what I'm going to do is that for that mixture, I am taking 2 to 1 tablespoon of butter. In that, I am adding a bit of garlic, slices of green chili, and I'm mixing it well. Adding a bit of coriander and give it a really nice mix. Okay, the mixture looks ready, and now I'm going to take a bit of that and spread it on a slice of baguette. You can use any choice of your bread. I'm just using a small slice of baguette and I'm going to spread it on both the sides. I am going to top it off with a bit of cheddar cheese. And this will go in a preheated oven for almost about 8 to 10 minutes at 420 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll show you how it looks after it's done. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is how it looks. I'm gonna give it a taste. Amazing. No words. Absolutely amazing. You guys need to try this, and if you do, let me know how you like it. And as always, do leave your thoughts, ideas and comments in the comment section down below, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.